Okay, well, I'd like to welcome everybody to our third webinar now. The first two, I think we got a lot of the kinks out of, so we should be smooth sailing for this one. I just want to fill you in on a bit of the background of what's been happening at care camps over the last year. In 2015, we had a very successful year, and we raised just under 1.5 million in donation money, which we will be distributing out this summer to the cancer camps that make their applications over the next month and a half. We have some new initiatives this year, including a direct marketing or direct mail marketing and some other initiatives going on. And our goal for this year is to raise $2 million so that we can continue to increase the pool of funds that we can pay out to you guys to help you get your camps to run. I am the executive director. I've been in this position for just over 2 years now, and we have been moving forward quite quickly, growing from approximately 56 camps when I came on into the organization, and this year we expect to have 125 camps in total that we will be sponsoring. So a lot of growth and a lot of work going forward to expand our donation pool so that we can continue to provide you with funding. So we'll get quickly into the actual application process. And Dawn, if you can just pull up the first screen. Now the application itself is currently available. Dawn shared the link a short while ago, but it is on our website, koacarecamps.org. And if you just click on the tab that says Camps We Support, there you'll see on that page there's a link to the website or to the application so that you can go ahead and fill it in. There is also a working copy on the website, so you can go in and print the working copy and then be able to fill it in and then use it when you go online, so you don't have to keep getting off to research. So for the very first page, Dawn, can you make it or maybe it's just me, it's like a bit bigger so I can read it. There you go. So this year, or last year, KOA and Care Camps started a strategic alliance. And as part of that alliance, Care Camps has agreed to be the fundraising agent for the KOA camps. And in turn, KOA has agreed to act as a quality assurance policing body for us. We have a lot of donors who want to make sure that the camps that we are contributing to are operating with best practices and following the most up-to-date standards. And as a result, between the two of us, we're able to reassure our donors who are giving us large sums of money that we do have a valid program and we are vetting the camps that we're giving the money to. So the very first questions asked if you're a member of KOA. I assume everyone on the call is, and your dues are paid up to date. And if not, we ask you to join KOA as a member. All camps this year that receive funding from Care Camps will have to be KOA campgrounds. So just going down the questions, I'm going to run through them, and then at the end, if there's any questions, you can certainly let me know, and I will provide you with my phone number so you can call me if you have any questions as well. The first question, of course, is the KOA one. Number two, what is the legal name of your organization? So the one that you're incorporated or chartered under. What is your EIN number? So this would be your charity number if you don't recognize that coding. And in Canada, it would be the charity number that you're issued. What is the name of the cancer camp you want funding for? So for the name of the specific camp that you're going to be, that we're going to be providing funds to. If you received money from us last year, if you could just make a note of it. We do have it on file, but it's easier when you're going for your plan to be able to compare to what you actually got last year so you know you're in the range. Next question, or next page. Okay, so number 6, we do have We are putting together a new website, and we're putting an interactive map on it, which will allow people to click on the camp on the map and then go over to your website. As a result, we are asking for the actual site that your camp takes place, as well as the longitude and latitude, so that we can get our interactive map up and running. Question number 7, the contact information for whoever the executive in charge is that I need to speak to if I have any questions regarding the application. Number 8 is an umbrella organization. So if, for example, each of the camp qualities run under the camp quality title, do you also have an umbrella organization? Some of them could be a hospital, it could be a church or a charity, another charity. So whatever your umbrella organization is, we need that information as well for our tax records. Next page. Number 5. So if you're successful in getting the grant, we need to know who to make the check payable to. In the past, we have issued names in the name of the camp, and some of them have been returned saying not cashable because the bank account's not in the name of the camp. So if you could let us know who we should be making the check payable to, it will ensure the money is not returned by your bank. And then if you are receiving, if you do get a grant, where would you like us to send the check? We can, for those that do not have a Connect to Camp, we will send out the check to you in the mail. And for those who, next question down, we talk about our Connect to Camp program. What we've done is we've matched each of our cancer camps with a KOA, and they are basically your contact person. They will work with you, and you can build a working relationship. They can come on site and help you out with things, and some of them are able to take some of your activities off-site to their campgrounds, and you can use their facilities. They also have some great advice if you're looking on building, renovating, that kind of thing. A lot of them have a lot of historical knowledge about the best way to do things and the best practices for that. So we are working on that program and building it. We, at our November convention, asked every KOA to step up to ensure that the cancer camps are covered. If you currently know who your cancer camp is, we would like you to put it down there just to make sure you do not have a relationship that we don't know about. There are people who are currently working with their camps, but they weren't at convention, so we didn't get their names. So if you could let us know if you are working with a Connect to Camp. And if you are, how's that relationship going? Question 12, is it working out for you? Have you had issues, or is there anything that we can do to help improve it? Number 13, have you been a gold ribbon certified by KOA? Now that we're starting to work with KOA and improving or allowing a quality assurance program, down the road this will eventually become mandatory to be a gold ribbon camp. It is not for this year, and I don't believe it will be for next year, but the following year in 2018, I would expect that we would be looking for gold ribbon certification in order to allow us to make our funding to the camps. Next page. And we'd like to know if you've attended the KOA conference or convention in the last 2 years. And if you didn't go, what was the reason? Was it you were too busy? Was it a financial reason? We're trying to get a quantitative measure of why people don't attend to see if we can help ensure that more people participate, especially now that education credits are given at the conference. So we want to make sure people get there and can stay up with the latest practices out there. And then we'd like to know if you rent your camp, is it a ACA certified? So not only KOA certified, but is your camp or the camp you rent ACA certified? have any associations with any other organizations than KOA and ACA? We are aware of the one in Canada, COPAC, but if there's any other organizations out there that certify your camp, that's all the more information we can use with our donors to give them some assurance. And then the last item is, have you been endorsed by any other camps? If you could let us know who they are, that would be great. Next page. Okay, now we're going to get into the details of the camp itself. We're looking to find out what age range your camp runs. Our mandate is to go from 4 to 16. We do know that some of the camps go a little bit higher, and we understand that, but our concern is we cannot sponsor a camp that's for 17, 18, 19 teens and older. Do you operate your camp on a year-round basis? So year-round could be you're doing 4 camps, one in May, July, August, and December. As long as you're doing them on a year-round basis, we'd like to know that. Is your camp a day camp or an overnight camp? Question 4, how many sessions did you offer or will you offer last year and this year? Just to give us an idea of the growth, if any, or if you're reducing the number of sessions you do. And then we ask on question number 5, what dates will your session take place in 2016? We do encourage our KOA owners as well as our board members to get out and attend when possible to ensure that they see what's happening at the camps, and they can take that message back to their fellow owners and communicate what a fantastic job you guys are doing. And then question 6, so Don, we've got somebody who's not muted. It's bouncing back again.
Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. Here we're gonna. Karen?
Yes.
For some reason, when I try to mute everybody, I can't bring you back on. So.
Okay.
We'll just try to be really quiet.
Okay. Not sure if you missed the last. I'm talking away here, and I'm not sure if anybody's listening. So, did everyone get the discussion on question 5 about where the sessions take place?
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe what I'll do is I'll just start back up at the top of this page with apologies for those people that heard me. So the first question again is the age range, and I apologize if it's echoing again. So question 1 is age range, and we endorse ages 4 to 16. And we understand if you have children a little older, but we don't have a mandate to finance teen camps. So that's why we're asking this question. Question 2, do you operate your camp on a year-round basis? So is it just, if it's just 1 week a year, no. But if you're doing it 4 more times, we would consider it year-round basis. Number 3, is this a day camp or an overnight camp, or is it both? Number 4, how many sessions did or will you offer last year and this year? It's an indication to us whether you're growing or shrinking, and for us to look at where we're going in the future. Number 5, on what dates will your sessions take place in 2016? We do encourage our KOA owners as well as our board members to get out to the camps to see them in operation. This allows the owners to go back and talk with their staff and get their campers revved up about donating funds. And it also allows our board members to communicate on a more informed basis as to what actually happens at the camp. So we do circulate those dates to our teams, and then if somebody's in the neighborhood, they would never drop in unannounced, but would arrange with you in advance to attend. Number 6, how many days in a session? Again, this is looking at growth. Did you go from 2 days up to 4 days, or vice versa? Did you go from 4 to 2? And then how many days in total was your camp operated last year? So next page, Dawn. Okay, and so we're looking for the number of unique children with cancer. If you have a child who's gone to 5 sessions, he's still one unique child. So if you could let us know how many unique children you had attending your camp this last year and how many you expect to have this year. Again, we asked the same question about siblings, and we asked the same question about parents, grandparents. And number 11 is, did you service anybody outside that family range that we would not have thought of? For your 2015 camp session, did you turn anyone away due to lack of funding? This is very important for us because we are trying to ensure that every child that requests attendance is able to do so. And so we're looking at making sure that no one's turned away. Question 13 asks, how many, if you had to turn any away, how many did you have to turn away? And that will give us an idea of how much more fundraising we have to continue to aim for. And then what is your average camp cost per child with cancer? So it would be the cost of operating the camp excluding your fundraising costs, divided by the number of the children with cancer that attend the camp. Next page. And then what are your total operating expenditures for last year, and how much do you think they're going to be for this year? And that just gives us an indication of growth as well. And what percentage of your camp's budget does your request represent? And that should say, I apologize, it should say 2016, not 2015. Number 17 lists each major donor that contributed more than 5% to your budget. So if they gave less than 5%, we don't need to know about them. We're just looking at who your major donors are. This isn't so that we can go solicit them for funds. We don't use this list for a fund solicitation basis. It's just to see how many other major people are contributing to the camp should we be unable to fund you in a particular year. Next page. And number 10, page 10, how many volunteers are involved in the operation last year, this year? How many camp staff do you have last year, this year? And how many of your camp staff received more than $100,000 in remuneration? This doesn't affect whether you receive a grant or not. It just allows us to know what type of professional staff that you have on site and what it's taking to run the operations. Question number 4, we want to make sure that if we're giving you money to run your cancer camp, that it's being used for the cancer camp. I know several of the camps out there do other diseases or disabilities, and at this point in time, our mandate is only to fund cancer camps. So we really want to ensure that the money we're giving is going to the right place so that our donors are reassured that we're using it for cancer purposes. Question number 5, these 4 documents we need to receive before we can release the check for your grant. So you fill in the application where you can either send us the information by email at that time, or you can wait for us to tell you that you've been approved for the grant and that you can send the money, or you can send the information to us then. What we're looking for is the most recent 990 forms. If you haven't got 2014 or 15 done, you can send me your 2014 ones, and similarly for Canada, the same form is called T3010. We are looking for proof of liability insurance. KOA Care Camps does carry a liability policy, but we want to ensure that the camps are covered firstly, and the insurance, if anything were to happen at one of the camps we support, would go to yours first. We are looking for your actual operating numbers, so we're going to be looking to see, based on your budgets from last year, how you performed, and if there's anything that we have any questions on as to where the money was spent. And the last item we're going to require is your projected budget for this coming summer or this year, so that we have an idea of where your funds are coming from and where they're going out to. Next page. Just going to toss my dogs a treat here, so apologies. One of the things we ask you to do when you are getting funds from KOA Care Camps is to have a link to our website on your website. So we will have a reciprocal on ours, and people will be able to click on ours and get over to yours. We also ask that you add KOA Care Camps logos to your material where possible. So if you're doing T-shirts or handouts, we want to encourage getting that the logo out. The way we consider ourselves is you guys do your fundraising at your local levels and within your areas. We're working towards becoming a national, a more global fundraiser, so that we're going to be dealing with some of the bigger corporations and nationwide brands. And that will allow you to still do your fundraising and us to assist you. And just getting that logo out there and getting people talking about it helps us when it comes time for us to do some of our asks. We also always have people looking for stories, pictures, and DVDs. Hang on one second, my apologies. Okay. DVDs, etc. So if you have any that you're willing to share, please send them over to me by email, and we'll get them up on our website, as well as share them with some of the direct mail marketing people that we're doing, or that we're working with in order to get things done. Okay, next page. And last but not least, we have our capital improvement program. Here, I'm not sure if everybody's aware, but we do fund items that are not necessarily operational, but will help with your programs on a long-term basis. So items that you wouldn't be able to afford. We have funded canoes, we've funded computer equipment, we've funded photography equipment, we have funded a lawnmower, we've funded oh my gosh, musical band instruments and things like that. And so, sorry about this. So we have a application process, and on this page it says if you'd like to receive a questionnaire or no, you don't. However, in order to make life simpler for everyone, we've actually added the capital improvement application to our website. So if you go to the website, right below the operating application, you'll find the application for the capital improvements, and that will help you from having to send me a yes and me send you the link. And then last but not least, on question number 2, we want to know if there's anything else you can tell us about your camp or your projects that would be of interest to us. And next page. And so we'll just do a real quick run over the capital items application. It's very quick, only 2 pages. Basically, it tells you the average grant is between $5,000 and $15,000. The maximum we try to go is $25,000 unless there's special circumstances. It has the same deadline as the operating grant application form, April 15th. You need to enter your contact information, let us know what it is you'd like us to fund, and what the total cost of the project is. So if it's a bigger item and you just want us to fund part of it to help you reach your total amount that you require. And what percentage do you currently have? So if it's basically a bus and you already have 75% of the funding and you're trying to make up the rest, that's what we're looking for in the percentage. Next page. And then just give us a description and let us know how it's going to impact your programming. So what benefit will it bring? And some of the, we do ask if you own your facility or not. The reason we ask that is some of the larger items that we can finance, we would prefer to do it on a site that is owned so that it will stay there for a long period of time and be valued. If you have a long-term lease on the facility that you're looking at, we could fund permanent fixtures as well. But we try to adjust our funding to your facilities. And then if you're unable, if we can't fund your request, would you still go ahead with the project? And those are all the questions under the capital grant program. And that's the end of that presentation. I think that if you don't mind, Dawn, we open the floor to questions as well as any suggestions from everyone that could make life easier for you guys from us.
I don't think so.
Any questions on any of the application areas?
No, this is Kathleen. So if I got you right, if we have a bigger project like a computers or something that would go under the capital, we would apply for both?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Deadlines of 15. Thank you.
Thanks.
Karen, this is Darla. I have a question about the age and the mandate that you were talking about. Yep. And it was unclear to me. We do serve children through the age of 17. Are we ineligible?
No, you are eligible as long as you have them from 4 to 16. But I can't fund a camp that starts at age 17 and up.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Thanks for clarifying. Okay, so if I don't have any other questions, the deadline for the application is April 15th, and it is currently available, and we do have people filling in the application already online. So if you have any questions, I'm going to leave you all with my telephone number, and you can call me if you're going through and have a problem or have forgotten something or if it's not clear. So my cell number is 800-431-0513. So 800-431-0583. Sorry, 0513. My apologies. Okay, perfect. Well, Dawn, thank you very much for allowing us to take this time from your day and go over the application, and I hope everybody has success in filling it out first round, but we're here to help if anything comes up.
Well, Karen, I know from KOA, we all want to thank you and Jim and everybody associated with KOA care camps and all the KOA campground owners. So,
our pleasure, and we will certainly
trying to do so.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thanks, guys. Have a good day.
Thank you, guys.
Karen.
You too. Thank you. Okay. Bye-bye.